Guys,
Got Wayne with us? Any questions?
Adam, as far as birthday presents to yourself go, where does a complete game go?
oh man, I can only compare one other game on my birthday to that, and that was in 2013 when we started. My brother and I started Big League Impact. We did our first ever fantasy draft that morning at the stadium. Had all the people there, and it was against the Braves, which also made it special. But here at Busch Stadium, I walked off the mound. I remember looking up at the crowd in right field and giving kind of a salute, just a kind of a job well done all day around, like all the way around from charity and pitching. But I certainly wasn't that emotional, man. I just had to take a little cry break, honestly. So I didn't want to bring that in here to y'all.
What was the reason for that? What were you feeling that led you to that?
Well, it's just, a lot of hard work from a lot of different people have gone into making me able to pitch again this year and pitch well. When you think you're done 3 years ago and then, you're able to throw a complete game a couple years later, it's a crazy life, crazy game. I'm so blessed. I'm just, I just went into the batting cage and just thanked God for the opportunity, to even be out there, much less, pitch the whole game. So.
What's that conversation like with Shilter, or is there one as you get to, you finish seventh inning on your 100th pitch and what you need to do in the next 2 innings to get that complete game?
He never came over to me. I texted him last night. I said, I got you. You don't even have to ask, because I know our bullpen was taxed and the guys were tired and they just needed a break, and been fighting. But it's really hard when you play that many games in a row. I know nobody feels sorry for us, but, this game is such a grind mentally. Physically, everybody's in very, very good shape, but it's such a grind mentally to play that many games and not have any off days and then go into extra innings and play really tough opponents that are grinding out at bats and, making tough outs. And I don't know, man, it was just, there was a lot of things going into today's start. And I told Jenny last night I was going to pitch the whole game today. I told John Gann and a couple of the relievers the other day, I said, take today off. I got you. And I wanted to deliver on that.
How far would you have gone, Adam?
As long as it took.
Adam, what did it mean to you to have the opponents salute you at the end of the game?
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things I've ever had happen to me on the field, honestly. That meant a lot. I wanted to look over and give them a wave before that, but I didn't know if that was going to be showing them up, and then to have them kind of call me back out and to say, job well done, man. I tell you what, that was special. I'll never forget it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Cleveland.
So did you make sure to have your mask in your pocket the whole game, or was that near the end to put it on before the hug with Yachty?
Yeah, I put it on between innings also when I'm on the bench, but I knew it was in there, but I saw him put his on and I forgot for a brief second. I forgot that we're living in a 2020 world right now where just everything's a little bit different. So put on the mask. It's good for optics. People want to see us do the right thing, and I want to do the right thing too. So put the mask on, give a hug. But I know 6 feet apart is the real deal or whatever, but there is not anything in the world that could have kept me from hugging Yachty or Molina right there.
Adam, during this game, during this start, did you catch yourself looking at any particular cardboard cutouts? Any specifics?
Nope, I never saw them.
No former pitchers, no family, nothing, huh?
Never have. I've tried it before in my career to look up and try to find my wife while I'm playing, and I just can never do it. So I've stopped trying. I stay focused and tunneled into the job at hand, and then when it's over, then I let myself unlock a little bit.
Thanks.
Hey, Adam, not just this start, but other starts so far since the comeback, you feel like you really start to get into a rhythm around the fourth inning, and then that really propels you for the rest of your start?
Yeah, today I had a lot of confidence going into the start because some of the adjustments I made with Mike Maddox in the bullpen this last start. You know, it was one of my old keys when I start pushing my hands out as my delivery goes, is when I push my hands out and it causes me to swing my arm back. Here, let me turn this way so you can see. My arm swings this way instead of straight back behind my body. And then, you know, when I get everything lined up, then I'm able to throw the ball through the catcher a lot better and drive it home a lot better. But last start, I could not figure out why. You know, I went through all my little keys and checkpoints except for one of my main ones that ended up being the problem. And Mike spotted it right away in the bullpen. And as soon as I felt the proper mechanics, my proper arm swing, the ball started coming out a lot better. I mean, last start I was reaching back for 88, and today I saw a couple 91s up there with just I wasn't even trying to throw it as hard. So,
Adam, you mentioned the previous start on your birthday that stood out, that a lot of things came together there, big league impact, the Braves. Were you aware of it being Yadier's 2000th game here as the Cardinals and sort of the things in play today that were coming together?
Nope. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, we've Yadi and I've got to do a lot of cool things, but I've told y'all this before, and I'll tell you again, one of the things I'm going to be the most proud about when I look back in my career is being able to pitch to Yadi all these years. So he's a special teammate. You know, he posted something on Instagram. He sent a picture of it to me this morning because I don't have Instagram. And I said, dude, are you trying to get me to cry? What in the world? I got to pitch today, man. Come on. Yeah, he's such a great competitor. I know he passed Red today in hits too, right? Yeah. Passed Red, got 2,000 game. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame player.
He told us he couldn't sleep last night because it was your birthday, or he was looking forward to catching it.
Man, yeah, he's awesome.
Adam, Kamish asked him if he was going to be catching you on your 40th birthday. And he kind of laughed and said that the two of you wanted to be together. Is that about how you feel about it as well?
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, hopefully they'll have us back here. Hopefully we got a few more years in us to win some games and to win some World Series here, but you never can tell. I'm living one day at a time, but I know when I'm out there, I love pitching number 4. He's my man. He's my brother, my friend, and you know, I'm just very spoiled, honestly, to be able to pitch to him.
Adam, you told us about that text you sent, Schilt. Was that what it said directly as I got you, or was there more to it? Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
What'd you say, Kamish?
Pardon me, did you get drenched after the game a little bit there?
Yeah, Yadi snuck up behind me. He dropped the whole cooler on me. I did not see him coming. Hard to see something coming when you got eyes full of tears, that's for sure.
Is it hard to believe that you've gone all these years and you still had one team until the day that you hadn't faced before?
Have I not faced the Indians before?
Oh.
Star. I pitched against them. Yeah.
Like 50, 200 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe I thought I had because I used to pitch against them in spring training some. With the Braves and with the Cardinals back in the day. So when they were, what they used to be, what was the name of that place? Yeah. So that's crazy. I didn't know that. Thanks for pointing it out, Commissioner.
Has any team saluted you as the Indians did today after a particularly good contest?
Not that I can recall. I mean, I remember a couple of times a hitter would come to the plate, you know, at the end of the game in the 9th inning, or if I came up to bat in the 8th, which meant I was going back out for the 9th. I can recall a few times the catcher saying something, you know, like, wow, it's just, you know, great game or whatever. But I never had the dugout on the other side, I don't think. You know, I hope I'm not misremembering that, but I don't think I've ever had that happen before. That was really special.